Alright, hello and welcome to Umbralux Gaming. I am here with Penumbra Overture, the first in the trilogy of Penumbra games. I've never played these before, and I figured since today is the 30th of October, good a time as any. Alright, so, game here, let's just pick normal. I jumped in real quick just to make sure everything looked well enough, adjusted some settings, all that. My story began in February, year 2000.
For my part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made.
Okay.
Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it, so when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went, as he knew I would.
I would go. Who wouldn't go?
I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me.
I would agree.
The university I taught at was world renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland.
Greenland.
It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take.
Oh.
As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago.
So Heathrow, that's in London,
and
I
I
believe.
considered in turn what it
I
was
don't know.
that I was.
Geography's not my thing.
We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning a 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
Interesting. So his dad's dead, but he was he was declared dead 30 years ago, and now we're in Greenland. Soup can... It's a little awkward to left click to grab things and then scroll to... right, that's throw. And then scroll to bring them closer or further away. It's a little awkward, but manageable. Keep accidentally clicking when I'm trying to scroll. Oh boy. Alright, so maps a decade or so out of date, but the landmarks don't change much in Greenland, so I've got a pretty decent idea of where I'm heading. Alright. And this is my book. Always good to have a notebook to jot down information and reminders. And off the torch in the desk drawer of my bed. It can be opened using the left mouse on it, holding the button down and moving the mouse. Like so. With inventory tab. Hopefully with F, that's good. Emergency glow stick should be in the lock keys in my inventory. This. Double click to use. Okay. Got some batteries for a flashlight, and a glow stick. Those batteries didn't do a whole lot. I'm good. I'm a little ghoulish, which should be a decent fallback. Oh wow, that's not good. What? Why would I take the... I suppose I use my padlocks. That makes perfect sense. Ah, neat. And the shadows reflect that. That's good. Alright, let's go. Ah, yeah, lean buttons. As I stepped off the boat, setting out into the blizzard that had formed around me, I realized how utterly devoted I'd been to the discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I lost feeling in my extremities soon after, and I knew hypothermia was settling in. I started looking for shelter. Oh, it's bright. It's completely washing out the spooky red lighting. No! You can't even tell that I've got spooky red lighting on. That's unfortunate. My entire head went numb long ago, but I can still hear the wind roaring past. Or is that some kind of animal in the distance? Well, I don't hear anything that sounds animal-like, and I've got the volume up pretty high. Because I don't want to miss any kind of sound cues that might happen. Because like I said, I've never played this game before. What is that? It's a hat! That sounds kind of like a whale. Wrong button. That didn't work. Let's see if nothing's working. Do I have like a limit on a time limit out here, or I'm moving my mouse, but it's not. It's clearly frozen, but I have no idea what to do about that. That's an animal for sure. What am I supposed to be doing here? Just keep moving. Scroll wheel doesn't do anything. Flashlight? No. What am I supposed to be doing here? Crouch, maybe? I must break ice. Okay, how do I do that? Is there a crowbar I can use somewhere, maybe? Something to hit it with? Yeah, frozen solid, must break ice. Do I have anything I can swing at it? No. I'm losing blood. Okay, why am I bleeding? Can I pick up a rock or something? I feel like there were rocks over here, right? Yeah! Here we go. Let's smash some shit. I smash the barrels. Interact mode. Oh, I can see the stone. Neat! It would not appear that... Alright. Get out of interact mode. There we go. Come on this way. Alright, let's go. I don't know what that howling was. It sounded like wolves. Now you can see the spooky red lighting. Oh no. More Dead Space whispers. Ugh. Oh, I fell. Well, that sucks. Oh, because the ladder's broken. I see. Yes, that is unfortunate. Barrel. I don't like this music. Empty boxes of ammo, huh? Heavy barrel. Could be anything inside of it. I can't lift it, but I can drag it with me. A flare. And a steel rod. Basic wooden door. Push you open a bit. More flares. A book. Not useful to me, apparently. I don't know what this is. It's a can of something. Probably fish. A hammer. Well, I don't see how much good stabbing is going to do with a hammer, but... Oh, that's unusual. That's a weird... That's weird. Okay, what's in the... I can get used to that. That's not too bad. So the looks of things, it's like an old war bunker. See if the flashlight works. I don't want to be using a whole lot. It's not ludicrously dark. I know it's under there. You can't hide it from me. Or can you? Apparently you can. I can't get it. What? The fuck is that? No, 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 no. I don't like that. Do I have to put the hammer away, or? There we go. Why? Why? I don't like that. Wrong button. I don't need to reload. I guess there must be. I was thinking you could pry the door open, maybe. Is this a bad idea, smashing the door? It's not working anyway, so whatever. There seems to be like... Oh, wait, there are hotkeys. That's... I'll just leave the hammer on for now. That's much easier to deal with. Come on. I don't know why I'm trying to bring this in here. Is there something I can't see? What's this? Emergency exit procedures. Can't read it. Don't want to go over that way. Can I climb up there? Should I have not smashed the barrels? I'm thinking yes. I should have not smashed the barrels. What? Ugh, this place is spooky. What's this? Aha! Here we go. No thank yous. What? There's a hole in the center and no way to operate, so a crank later. No thank you. Let me just put that on there. Pull the door open. Come on. Nope. Just go. When I step on things, it sounds like it's behind me. Alright, I don't know how long these games are. So, I do plan on playing all of them. Probably won't be finished with them by Halloween, but... I went in a circle, didn't I? I was just here. This is confusing. Let's see, that's back in the circle. This is this way. Is there something I'm missing over here? The steel rod, maybe. Aha! I don't know. Okay, it was just... Okay. Whatever I was ascending into was 100 feet below ground, protected by two solid metal hatches. located in a remote Arctic wilderness and buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I'd never given it much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is a network of safety nets, emergency services at the end of a phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers, all there if something goes wrong. Part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids, knowing anyone that might help me, friends, parents, teachers, were too scared or too far away. Interesting. So, jot down a note just in case. What does that have to say? Notes. You have jotted down nothing. Oh. Caution and stealth. If anyone or anything hears me, I'd be best off staying low out of sight until I know whether or not it's a threat. Crouching or pressing left control will give me the chance to hide in the shadows. Oh no, I've got it right because of the blue tint. Oh, that's stealth. Interesting. It's creepy as fuck, and my vision started to go wonky. Okay, so why does it change aspect ratios when I'm in stealth? Why does it have to change aspect ratios when I'm in stealth? That makes no sense. Explosives. So I'm here. The office is over there. It's explosive storage, the northern area, the workshop, and more storage. Why? Changing aspect ratio makes no sense for stealth. That looks unsafe. I don't know what I'm looking at. The barrel? Am I expected to smash barrels on things? I'm gonna head over towards the offices. See if I can get some information about this place in there. That should be explosive storage. Offices. Thought I heard something there, but it might have just been me. That is loud. That's also loud. Alright. We're in the offices now. Doesn't seem to be anything here. There's a chest, a typewriter. Before the war. That's like World War One. Is this an old World War One bunker? Or? That's that one. There's a thing. Beef jerky. Not a fan myself, but hey. Anything in an emergency, right? Rotting wooden shelves. Once we get moisture from the threat, the whole room is putrefying. I miss being outside already. It's starting to get to me. Interesting. This is all very interesting. I keep trying to use E to activate things. That's just what I'm used to, I guess. It's clearly not working. More beef jerky. Why would they put I almost said beef jerky. Why would you put beef jerky in a filing cabinet? Painkillers, maybe? Something like that? Yeah. It's locked. I don't like how something's groaning. Well, that's no good to me. I can't even... This is... What is this? And an old man clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before, but still I know this man before me is Howard. I call him Father. What the hell just happened? And I accidentally double-clicked. I never get used to that. So is that a save point? It's not explicitly clear, but it feels like a save point. Okay, so this is a mine converted into a bunker. What were they mining out here? Emergency airstrip zoo. Okay, that's what it is. Another unremarkable week in Greenland. Regular supply shipment. Standard emergency drills. Runway maintenance. Yada yada. One wounded. There's no cause for concern. The Germans haven't extended their front line. 2 men were caught manufacturing cherry bombs and succeeded in blowing off a couple fingers. I see. I give now. I keep looking at just my office. Okay. More simple punishment would have been to keep him out here. That matters not in my hands. Space is disconnected. Sometimes I feel this war could end, and we might not even hear about it. Requisition order of dynamite, 7 bayonets, not necessary. Procedure, 1 ice pick. Pair of reading glasses for himself, yes. Reconditioning of the mine continues to progress. To progress, I guess, this should be the proper pronunciation here. The structure being fortified for potential bomb damage and excavation of previously caved-in areas is going ahead. One point of curiosity is some kind of archaeological find, an artifact buried in the earth, discovered by one of the work teams. Later this evening, after martial duty, I will take a closer look at the artifact. It appears to be man-made and may have working parts inside. I shall remove what looks like the front cover and see if I can't discover the source of the light, which constantly emanates from it. So it is that thing I just looked at. That. What's this? Backstrin. What does that do? It tells me nothing. Beef jerky. Is that going to be a problem? I hope that doesn't become a problem. Let's check in the drawers. Did I check in these drawers? No, I did not. Copenhagen, psychotropic bottle, death mine. Bottom of the death mine? Copenhagen suggests mind altering chemicals naturally sun rock may cause high suicide rates in that Greenland mine. The university, which has recently been conducting studies into isolated communities, first became interested in the workers of the northwestern lead mine last year. Lead, huh? That'd be good. They discovered that even taking into account Greenland's naturally high suicide rate, local figures for the last 100 years were abnormally high. 46 deaths per 100,000 populace compared to the national average of 29. That is a pretty high suicide rate, if I remember numbers correct. On further investigation, experts diagnosed in many miners symptoms common with the earlier stages of paranoid schizophrenia. This has prompted researchers to hypothesize that natural deposits of lysergic acid, a pH4 formula, recently discovered to have hallucinogenic properties, may be present in the rocks. Okay. I've never heard of lysergic acid, but if it's 4 is relatively high acidity. Interesting. Few locals were conducive to interview, but those who agreed to speak had their own explanation. Inuit spirits known as Toomgate live in the mountain. I'm not sure if that's a V or a U. It's kind of hard with this font. I'm going to call them Toomgate live in the mountain. Toomgate live in the mountains. The university is awaiting results of chemical testing. Studies continue. Okay. Key. And bottom drawer. Nothing. Right. This is the Big Book of Explosives. I like that. Black match fuse, the oldest, simplest, and most reliable used in modern pyrotechnics, easy to create, essentially consisting of just string and gunpowder. Be warned, the chemicals concerned will stain clothing, and as always, due concern is advised. Don't try this shit at home. Backstrin, that's what it's for. Okay. That's really fucking simple. Guess I'm gonna have to make that. Dynamite, invented by Alfred Noble in 1866, is commonly used in construction, mining, and demolition. It's proved far safer to handle than alternatives such as pure nitroglycerin, which is absurdly dangerous as it can be set off with just like a physical shock, like bumping it into something, provided that it is and has been properly stored. Over time, the explosive component of the dynamite, supposedly made safe by the presence of the diatomaceous earth, has a tendency to weep, making an old box of explosive liable to detonate on contact. 1 part diatomaceous earth and 3 parts nitroglycerin. Small amount of sodium carbonate. Okay. Text unreadable, and then simply formed into short sticks and wrapping paper. Alright, so it's not teaching us how to make dynamite. Trinitro-toluene. TNT. Okay. Interesting. It was first discovered in 1863 by German chemist Joseph Wilbrand, but took some years before yielding its true potential. This is because of the difficulty in making it explode and the lesser detonation in comparison to dynamite. The main advantage was discovered by the German Navy, who employed TNT's relative explosive stability in order to cause massive damage to British warships. Torpedoes could be detonated inside a ship's armor rather than exploding on contact, as other shells did. This isn't interesting, is it? I don't know. I'm finding it interesting, so I'm going to keep. So this is the last page, anyways. So Armstrong's mixture is included in this book as more of a point of interest than as a viable chemical mix. Barium, isn't that radioactive? Anyways, the formula exists as somewhat of a legend in modern pyrotechnics, referenced by those knowledgeable enough to stay away from it as death mix. Its incredible volatility make it unsuitable for almost all potential applications. This mixture can red phosphorus and barium. This mixture can be carefully and slowly mixed to minimize risk to the chemist. Sulfur can substitute for some or all of the barium to slightly decrease sensitivity. Interesting. I'm pretty sure barium is. I've heard barium before. I'm fairly certain it's a radioactive mineral. Let me just crouch and go back out because I think that's everything in there. Let me just take that real quick. All right. It's a dog. You know what? I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it here, real. Just. Okay. So let's pause it here for that episode. It's been about half an hour. I'm going to try and make these episodes longer. So, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, hit that like button and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next episode. Thank you so much for watching.